It's Thursday, so it is time for another Reddit with Friends. We've got our special guest known as Huntsville's Santa Claus. Yeah, well, it's a secret. Yeah, Mr. Bob Boyer. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. This is very cool. It's nice to be here and not be as Santa-like.
Yes, you know, he's on break. You know, you got some time.
It was a busy season. I needed a few days off. So.
Absolutely. Well, look, we are here to give you some laughs and some joy. Carmen Fuentes has another juicy story for us today, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it away.
It's funny that you said juicy because some might consider these juicy. What we're going to talk about here.
Okay.
It's coming from the Am I the Villain subreddit.
All right.
Okay. And they want to know if they're wrong for pretending to be an Appletarian for 3 weeks as a prank.
Okay.
Well, you know, like we have vegetarian, pescatarian, Appletarian.
Okay, I was
Really
going to say,
specific.
yes, I was going to say, please educate me.
Very specific. So they got the idea a few weeks ago to prank their friends by pretending to be an Appletarian, meaning someone who only eats food products that are derived from apples and would only drink apple juice or apple cider.
Oh my gosh.
I told them all of that, and I read on the internet that eating only apples was the healthiest thing for you. And when I told them that at first, they thought I was joking, but they underestimated how committed I would be to the bit.
Okay.
Right? Whenever in the presence of one of my friends, I was very careful to only be seen eating apples or drinking apple juice or apple cider.
Wow.
Apples whole, apples diced, apple sauce, the inside of an apple pie, baked apples, candy apples with the chocolate shaved off,
This is dedicated.
This is another
very
level.
much. Finally, after about a week, they bought that I had become an Appletarian, and they started giving me information about how unhealthy it was to only eat apples.
Yeah, now they're committed.
They were growing increasingly exasperated by it. Some of them even got angry, you know, I guess because they thought I was hurting myself, right? But I wanted to stick with the joke, so finally, after the end of 3 weeks, I walked into what I was told was a movie night, but it was actually an intervention for me.
Oh my gosh.
They were all super concerned about my well-being and had all sorts of info and stuff. I started laughing hysterically.
That's crazy.
They were confused, so I told them that I was faking it the whole time, and then I had been eating real meals outside of their knowledge. But I lost my spot, but I even took out beef jerky from my pocket and munched on it. Got to prove the point, right? I thought they'd appreciate the joke, but they were actually annoyed at me.
Wow.
My girlfriend even broke up with me over it.
Oh no, they didn't, and now you bring in the girlfriend. What?
Well, because I ruined their date. I ruined our date night the other night when I told the waiter I only wanted apples because I was an Appletarian.
Yeah, now you're taking it too far.
And I embarrassed her from this dumb joke.
Wow.
So in my opinion, the joke was solid, and they should appreciate my commitment to the prank, but did I go too far? This is a first. I've never heard of someone being an Appletarian.
Yeah.
So like this is bravo for
points for creativity.
Yes.
Coming up with, oh, we're gonna really, you know, sub it down to just apples. I mean, that's very creative.
Where did he get the idea?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm like, where?
Some people, I think, have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because
that is true.
I don't wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna put on this fake persona as a prank for, you know, not forever.
I'm wondering what he does
3 weeks
for a living.
though is 3 weeks is commitment. I mean,
that's almost a whole month.
You could become anything in the world if you put that much dedication into a job or a career, singing, whatever. Oh, you can make it. Yeah, you got people breaking up with you over this.
Now, I haven't looked into any of the health aspects of it or anything. You know, I'm not a doctor, but my guess would be like all of the sugars and everything, in the, especially when you talk about apple juice and apple cider. That could be why. I don't know if you can become eventually, if you only ate apples, diabetic. I don't know.
Well, don't they say you're supposed to drink like a tablespoon of apple cider in the morning?
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. Okay.
I mean, and they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, not
a whole,
not a whole
consumption.
bag of apples that you find at the
Yeah.
grocery store.
That's interesting. I mean, this would have been a great April Fool's type joke.
Yeah.
I don't know when this was written, but I mean, hey, 3 weeks leading up to April Fool's would have been the perfect joke, maybe. But that reminds me, like wasn't it Michael Strahan? Didn't he post like days before April Fool's one year that he had closed his Gap and he had taken a picture? He took a picture and everything and posted it on social media like 2 days before, and then come April 1st, he posted like, gotcha. Right. So, you know, something like that, I would understand. But.
And I think the only problem I have with all this, because I do like the creativity, is the length of time. time. That is a lot of time to be, you know, putting people on. And the biggest thing, that the girlfriend wasn't in on it, that he, I think that's the bigger one. You know, friends are friends, I suppose, whatever. And I appreciate that they were looking out for his health, but like to not include your girlfriend in this, and then she gets burned and all of it too. Yeah, I think you might have some retribution coming.
Was it worth breaking up with him over? Because it's not like she said she was embarrassed at dinner because of the whole Appletarian thing. It's not like he was, it doesn't sound like, rude to the wait staff, right? Or was a terrible tipper or anything, right? It was the fact that he just asked for apples. Is that worth breaking up with someone over?
I don't think it's worth breaking up. The fact that she did tells me a lot of things, and hearing some of the story. They don't live together, because you're not going to live with someone and not know that they're eating regular meals.
Right.
So, you know, that's number one. They only, I guess, met up on this date, you know what I'm saying? Like, they only have those special outings. Maybe they were not together for an extended period of time. Like you said, for him to also keep her on the outs, she would have been a great companion to have, you know, because when the friends start getting mad, she's like, oh, guys, he's going to be fine. You know, I'm actually thinking about hopping on the Appletarian train myself, you know. She would have been a great companion to have for all of us.
I'll bet there were a lot of other factors, and maybe this was the last apple slice, you know, in the basket to maybe set it down for, because I think that's the biggest part of it. But yeah, huge props for the creativity and, you know, just the weirdness of it. But yeah, I think not including the girlfriend in it, you know, he missed a very good extra hand in it. And yeah, just what kind of relationship are you having if you don't include something at this level with it? I think
she got her
if you
honey's in a
guys
bunch.
one day woke up and decided, you know what, I'm going to be a Tarian, and you can only eat one thing.
One thing for the rest of my
Let's say
life.
for 3 weeks. Let's say
3
you did
weeks?
it for that. Yeah. What's one food you guys could eat every day for every meal for 3 weeks?
Reese's peanut butter cups, you know,
They're fantastic.
I could exist on
Are we
those.
going the original, the Christmas trees, or the pumpkins?
Well, that's the thing. There's a variety. There's so many kinds
Something
of
where there's
Reese's
a variety,
cups
I
that
guess.
you could spread it out.
And you know what? For him to even pick apples, I don't feel like there's enough things to do with it. Maybe I could be wrong. You know, maybe something like potatoes, fries,
there you
sweet potato, loaded baked potato, you know, anything, mashed potatoes, something where I can mix it up if I'm going to be a Tarian. Tots, you know what I'm saying? Something that I can mix up every now and then so I don't get tired and bored. I don't even like applesauce. I don't like applesauce.
I'm going chicken wings.
Ooh.
Chicken wings
Because
could
you're getting your
work.
protein, and you can change the flavor if you want.
That's
you know,
really good.
Buffalo, barbecue.
Yeah.
I like a sweet and spicy combo, like the Asian Zing from Buffalo Wild Wings. Fantastic.
See, that almost sounds doable, and my first thought was what this guy was doing, the most obscure, silly thing that you could imagine, you know, that if you're going to do it for April Fools, something so outlandish, you know, like only Cadbury cream eggs or something like, you know, something just absolutely insane that nobody in their right mind would pick. But yes, I think wings is a great choice.
So they asked if ultimately if they went too far with their prank. Some person wrote, "Nah, I might be in a minority, but I think this is funny. I feel like your girlfriend overreacted, but maybe in the future include girlfriend in said prank."
There you go. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, we take it a lot further. Maybe go for a month.
Another person said, "Probably seems like you must have gone too far since people got genuinely worried for you and your girlfriend broke up with you. Personally, I admire your commitment to the joke. Then again, I once made a friend cry because she never knew when to worry and when not to, because another friend and I would always make stuff up. Turns out it's probably better to be kind to others and consider their feelings than to feel awesome about pranking." But this one was harmless, you know. It's not like it was.
How many friends do you have that you would actually get upset and do an intervention for if they were doing something? Again, we're not talking about any extra activity here, but you know, we're eating apples, like, you know, something like that. Would you put one of your friends through an intervention for something like that?
I think if you care enough about the person, yeah. So it's probably like when you talk about friends, like.
I probably have 3 to 4.
I was going to say, probably on one hand, you can think of people that you really care about that much that, I mean, obviously we don't want anyone to harm themselves in any way.
Of course.
But, you know.
And I think it depends what it is. I think if somebody presented this to me, I would probably do what a lot of them sounds like they did. I would dig so deep into what's going to happen if you keep doing this for the rest of your life. You know, I would really want to know, because that is so extreme.
So they asked if they went too far. So this person said no, but the date thing is really pushing it. I agree. I just don't know if getting mad
girlfriend
over
was too
apples
Yeah,
is.
there had to be something else
Yeah.
building to that. This had to be a last straw sort of thing.
Last person said, better to weed out people that aren't compatible with you than risk spending the rest of your life with them.
And so I'm like, babe, can you take a joke? Can you
Sounds like a
take-
lot of people are really like.
On his next date, I guess he gets to ask, "Do you like apples?" Or not? I guess that would be the first qualifying question.
Question number one at the table. Oh my
What are your
gosh.
feelings about applesauce? Like he would not want to go out.
Absolutely not. Well, Bob, I really appreciate you stopping by
Sure,
today.
this is fun. This
yes,
is a blast.
super
Now I know
fun.
more about apples than I ever wanted to know.
Thank
I kind
you.
of love it.
You got an opportunity for people to learn about some things going on in
We
Huntsville.
do. Coming up on Valentine's Day in just about a week, we are going to be taking people through Maple Hill Cemetery for the Love Beyond the Grave tour. It is an amazing chance to find timeless love stories. And this is, y'all, this is the most unique Valentine's Day date. Both of y'all need to come out and join us. It's going to be so much fun. It's a little tongue-in-cheek, but we have a whole couples package that people, can maybe get dinner included. And we're going to tell all these wonderful stories. And it's, people used to think going to Waffle House on Valentine's Day was unique. That's so last year. Come to Maple Hill Cemetery
All right.
and walk around and learn some timeless love stories.
Well,
It's
I
gonna be a
know
blast.
it's probably gonna be a good time. If a gentleman, if you got a lady, she probably gonna want to hold on to you. You might get an
Absolutely.
extra
It's kind of
hug
that
up
haunted
in
house
there.
vibe.
Puts a new meaning to until death do us part.
Yes, that is exactly right. Find out if you're truly compatible. I don't know if we're offering any apples. Maybe we will now.
That's a good thing.
Apple's not included.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much, Bob.